Hello everyone, welcome into Cosmic Connections and this tarot reading that I will be channeling for you. So I have connected in with your spirit guides, your angels, and any beings of only light that are walking with you on your current path. And we are going to set the intention that anything that comes through is going to serve your highest timeline of your greatest good, joy, and happiness. And thanking these beings of light in advance for bringing these messages forth for you. So this is going to serve as kind of an energy reading for what's going on in your life and kind of what you're moving toward. But also this is going to serve as an activation. I'm getting for some sort of something in your life that you have been trying to manifest, trying to bring into fruition. I'm getting the word passion, something that you're very passionate about and something that you really care about and you're very invested in. I'm hearing your eyes on the prize, you're laser focused, I'm also hearing. And there's kind of no way, there's no getting around you wanting this in your life. There's no excluding this from your life experience, your reality. It's something that you really desire from your heart and from your soul. So I've pulled a few cards to just kind of tap into the energy and see what's going on, and then we're going to pull some cards together as well. But what I'm getting with the Land, Mountain, Star card here is that you, like I said, you are laser focused and you've had your eye on the prize. And through this process of kind of bringing this into fruition, manifesting it, setting intention toward it coming into your life or you moving toward it, you've been kind of climbing this mountain, and I'm hearing this mountain of healing and enlightenment. So through the process of all the stages of kind of bringing this into your experience, and for a lot of you, I'm getting that it's not quite here yet, but it is something that you really have in the forefront of your mind. Through the experience of just manifesting this and the intention setting that you've been doing, you've been healing, you've been climbing the mountain, and you've been healing, you've been learning, you've been growing, you've been having a lot of activations, you've been having a lot of releasing and purging. And with it, I'm getting with these circles here at the top of the mountain, there has come a sense of enlightenment. There has come this natural sense of like being tapped in to your higher self, your soul, your calling, your life's purpose, and or just the flow of the universe. It's this energy of a lot of release of what was holding you down, back, bogging you down, keeping you stuck, keeping you in mental loops that were not serving you any longer. And you've been climbing this mountain the whole time. And what the metaphor for that is symbolizing is like, as you get higher to the top, you get higher to your goal and you get closer to what it is that you really want your life to look like in whatever aspect. I'm getting for some of you, this is like a passion project. For some of you, this is career. For some of you, this is relationship. It can really be anything. Whatever is coming to your mind that you feel passionate about and you feel in your heart is what this is for you, because this is a collective reading. So as we move on to the Sky, Lightning, Sun card, I'm getting that energy of moving towards your goal, moving towards your manifestation, but also activation. So the reason as to why, if you want to go back to the mountain metaphor, why it has been such a long journey for you, why you have had to climb this mountain for so long, is because during all of this mountain climbing that you've been doing, this whole process, this whole journey, you have been having these activations occurring within you. Now, this can be on an energetic level, this can be on a physical level, a mental level, a spiritual level. But I am drawn back to the word enlightenment. So there's been these activations within you that have been opening up and like resetting and recharging dormant parts of who you are when it comes to like your soul's essence. So these could be psychic gifts and abilities, these could be talents, this could be clarity in itself and knowing what you want moving forward, this could be physical movement, but there's been a lot of activation for you. And so what I'm getting, I'm hearing the word intense, especially with the lightning here. This has been very intense for you. This has been a very, I'm hearing a purge-worthy time for you, where you've had to let go of a lot to allow more in. And so then we move into the Fire, Wildfire, Moon card. And so what I'm getting with this is like a total purification of the soul and also of the ego. So the ego is not something to be feared or to be hated. It is just something that has served as a sort of intelligence and protection for us. But I'm getting that you've had to let go of a lot of constraints, ego constraints, societal expectations. You've had to let go of what other people or society or the world around you has wanted or expected your life to look like, and you've had to follow your intuition here with the moon at the top and the focus of this card. You've followed your intuition, even though your path to get this thing that you want in your life, to manifest this thing, even though your path hasn't looked very quote unquote normal, it's a little unorthodox. You've kind of gone down I'm getting the higher road, but the less, more or less traveled road. And so people may not have understood exactly what you're doing, why you're doing what you're doing, what you're trying to do. But the focus and end of the 4 cards that I have pulled just from the beginning is the card of love with these beautiful butterflies. And there's this energy of you having, like I've said, transformed through this whole process of kind of climbing the mountain. You've gone through the chrysalis stage of kind of like really letting go of the past, and now you're moving toward the breaking out of the cocoon and having your manifestation, your dreams, your hopes, your desires. Kind of, there's more energetically, there's more room for it now to come into your life. There's room because you have purged a lot of the things that were kind of holding a lot of energetic space within your aura for this to not be able to kind of come in for you, but you've purged a lot of that. So now you have more space in your, literally in your energy field, for this to come through and come in for you and to have in your reality, in your life experience. So let's pull some tarot cards together and see what wants to come through. I'm going to shuffle the cards, so if it's a little loud, just give me 1 second. I just like to do this on camera. It's just how I read, I guess. Okay, so we have a general idea of what's going on. I want to, and kind of what's coming for you, but I want to just kind of dive into this even deeper and see what else your spirit guides want to bring forth for you. Okay, so we have the 7 of Swords that came up reversed. We'll see if that wants to stay reversed. And nope. Okay, I'm hearing no on that one. Okay, the Knight of Swords reversed. We'll see if that wants to stay. So yeah, I'm getting that with the Knight of Swords and the 7 of Swords reversed, I'm hearing the mental chatter is kind of quieting. So any kind of mental chatter, whether that be your own or other people's opinions or whatever, even just like things you experience in the media, it's quieting. Now, whether that be it actually is quieting, I'm getting more that it is you have come into like a place of stillness and peace and center within yourself. So I'm getting that for most of you, the chatter is still there. It's just that it doesn't phase you. It doesn't affect you as much anymore because you're so laser focused on your goal and your dream that you're not going to let anybody stop you. And that's the kind of energy to be in, to be able to manifest the things that you want for your life, is not caring what other people think. This, for some people, this may be something that you've either, someone tried to take this away from you, something tried to take this away from you, circumstances of the universe, of your situation, seemed like it was just like not wanting to happen for you. But I'm getting with the 7 of Swords reversed that that's coming to a close because of this mental clarity and peace and tranquility that you've found within yourself. And of course, nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. You're not going to have perfect emotions and perfect peace and stability all the time. But there's like this overlooming general, overreaching, looming general energy that you are more in tune with your peace than I'm hearing than your madness, if that makes any sense. So more in tune with peace rather than being in tune with resonating with triggers and trauma and hurt and pain and things that like you don't want in your life and you never wanted in your life experience. You're giving that less attention and less energy and you are giving more attention to what you want your life to look like. And that is how you manifest the things you want. So we have the Judgment card. Yeah, so this is definitely making a lot of sense, going and tying in with how I was talking about enlightenment. We've got acceptance, awakening, assessment. So this is kind of the energy that you've been going through and that you're also in. I'm getting that a lot of you are fairly spiritual and or psychic, and you have a lot of okay, so they're bringing me to the solar flares. There's a lot of energy penetrating the earth right now, especially like in the days today, yesterday, the day before, really this week that has occurred, the end of May, whenever you come across this, that has really solar energy penetrating the earth that has really set forth a physical and energetic DNA activation for a lot of us. So parts of our mind, emotions, psyche, physical body that we were not in tune with or not able to access. So this could be in the form of artistic abilities. This could be in the form of psychic gifts. This could be in the form of physical abilities, is being unlocked and becoming opened up instead of dormant. And so we have the Hermit card, and I'm getting that this is an energy of you coming out of the Hermit energy. Actually, you know what they want to say is this is a notion of you coming out of the hermit mode energy, where you feel like you kind of have to do all this inner work, you kind of have to be in solitude often, you kind of things are slow, things aren't really moving toward the direction that you're hoping for, and you're moving out of that energy and following the light, following your own intuition here again, toward what you want, toward your goal, toward your dream. So then we have the Ace of Pentacles, and this is all about new beginnings, and this is going to be a stable, prosperous new beginning for you that you can rely on, that you can count on. For some of you, if this is business, if this is projects, if this is any way you can bring money in, this is going to be very stable for you. This is going to be something you can rely on, and that's why the journey was so long with the Land, Mountain, Star card. Because if you hadn't gone through all of this energetic healing and purging and releasing and integration and enlightenment coming in for you, this wouldn't have been so stable for you. It would have, I'm getting like, it would have been like a rocky ride. It would have been like a wavy ride, like walking on rocks. It wouldn't have been very reliable for you. And now if this is like a relationship or a friendship or anything else in your life, apply that to how it fits. It wouldn't have been the most stable, loving, genuine relationship. It wouldn't have been something long lasting if you hadn't have climbed the mountain. And so then we have the King of Wands, which makes a lot of sense with what we were literally just talking about. This is the energy that you are currently in. This is about being motivated through the notion of honor, having high standards for yourself and for your reality and what you want your life to look like, but also having the enlightenment and the wisdom and the knowledge to not give in to the mental thought patterns that were blocking you in the past. So that's bringing me back to the peace and clarity that you now have, you have obtained over this mountainous climbing journey. And the King of Wands is able to manifest all of the things that he wants in his life experience. And this is through wisdom. This is through the power of the mind and also the energy, the life force that he has within him. So I'm getting that if any of you have been tired, feeling fatigued, feeling uninspired, this is going to serve as an activation. This reading is going to serve as an activation for that to be cleared for you. So I feel called to just bring the incense back into this and kind of, we're going to clear anything, whether that be because of all of the solar activity that's been going on. It's very exhausting and tiring. It's a lot on the mind. It's a lot on the body. It's a lot on the whole human self to have all of these activations going on, especially daily, and it's very tiring. So if you've been noticing, you don't have the energy that you would like to have, we're going to set the intention here and clear the air, that this will it will gradually become more comfortable for you. So you will gain the energy in whatever way, whether that be mental or physical or emotional. You will gain the energy that is needed to push forward and move on with this dream that you have for yourself. And so then we have the Nine of Wands reversed. So, okay, so they're saying to, if for some of you, it might not be for everybody, but if there's any way, any aspect of your life that you feel bound, and still in any way, or you feel like unsupported, or you feel like stuck, or you feel like you are, okay, more of an energy of defense mechanisms. So like if you are leaning on defense mechanisms, or kind of hiding yourself away from the world, or anything in your life that is actually good for you and serves your highest good, out of fear, out of habit, out of conditioning, whatever it may be, they're encouraging you to kind of lean into the energy of opening up a little bit more. So not having so many, of course, have your healthy boundaries, but not having so many boundaries where it is kind of like not serving you. So it is hurting you more than it is helping you. So if you don't get out often, and you don't experience the world often, and you don't interact with people often, this is kind of just a gentle energy of like lightening your, allowing the lightening of your mind to kind of break out of your shell and get out into the world a little bit more. So then we have the Knight of Wands, and this is all about being in flow, having that passion energy we were talking about, having that life force energy, and following your intuition through all of it. So as you kind of let go of anything that may be lingering, because I'm getting, for a lot of you, you've done a lot of healing, you've gone through a lot, you have really evolved on a high level, but there's still like one last string, you could say, that's kind of keeping you tied to, I'm getting the 3D energy of like just a denser energy. So if there's any aspect of your life that you could think of it, whether it be a pattern or a habit or anything that is kind of keeping you held back, this is the energy that they want you in, your spirit guides, and this is the energy that you will move toward and into this fiery flow, passionate energy, having a lot of life force, having a lot of energy in general. Once you kind of cut this cord, cut this string, and put yourself out of your comfort zone just a little bit. So let's dive into the Moonology cards and see what wants to come through from the moon. We did just have the new moon in Cancer, so if you have been experiencing a lot of emotions, just know that, or not the new moon in Cancer, the new moon in Gemini, but the moon is in Cancer now as I'm recording this. Just know that there has been an activation for community and connection in whatever way, this be relationship, this be career, this be a passion project. There has been an activation from the new moon to kind of bring together, you could say soul family energy, or just aligned energies into your life, aligned opportunities. But also we had the moon is now in Cancer, and right after the new moon in Gemini, and so that's kind of bringing a lot of emotions to the surface. So if you are noticing a lot of excitement and passion and ideas coming in for you, but also a lot of emotion behind it, just know that that is natural, and it is just a way to kind of, with this Nine of Wands energy, it's a opportunity for you to release any of that like last string, that last cord that is kind of keeping you bound or stuck to a timeline that you are truly on a soul level above, and you are past and beyond that. But there is, in the 3D, in the physical world, there is still part of your humanness that is kind of holding on to this. So you're just being asked to let go of that, so that you have even more space in your aura and your energy field for your dreams, your manifestations, your intentions to come in for you. So we have the last quarter moon in Leo, lighten up, which is exactly what we were just talking about, especially next to the Knight of Wands card. This is all about passion and fire and light. And so this is a confirmation for you to just lighten your energy from this Nine of Wands. Lighten your energy in whatever way that looks like for you, whether that be through play, creativity, exercise, rest and relaxation. Whatever way that you can lighten your energy will put you more in this Knight of Wands mindset, and also like holding the frequency of the Knight of Wands, moving forward, being in flow with your higher self, being in alignment with the universe, and having following your intuition to have all of these dreams come in for you, because they are, I'm hearing, they are ignited and led by your intuition, by your higher self. So we have the last quarter moon in Gemini, clear your mind. Very interesting, because this is like goes hand in hand with the last quarter moon in Leo, lighten up. So to lighten up, do things physically that are good for you, that serve you, that uplift you, that allow you to feel lighter, but also to clear your mind. So allow your mind to be clear. And I'm getting, for a lot of you, you don't give in. Like, you have that energy of peace and tranquility. You have found your own inner peace and tranquility. But sometimes there are old patterns, old habits that kind of pop up, and you think, whoa, like, I thought I was past this, but maybe I'm not quite past this. So this is just an energy to remind yourself, like, you are past it. You are actually past it. The only reason it is arising is just to confirm for you. It's kind of like, what they're giving me is like having a checklist of certain things that you wanted to heal, that you wanted to experience, that you wanted to learn and grow from. So when that emotion arises and you feel like, I thought I was past this, this is just you checking that off, checking that box off the list for the last time. So it's all in the way that you handle it. So they're saying, don't be upset. Your spirit guides are saying, don't be upset that the emotion is here. Just, instead of giving into the emotion, allow it to arise and decide to do something different than maybe how you used to do in the past. So to do something more productive, to do something more self-soothing, to do something more self-healing, self-loving, rather than to give into, oh my gosh, I feel this emotion again. Like, why? I thought I was past this, and beating yourself up over that. This is about clearing your mind from that energy and moving in toward the techniques, the tools, the mindset, the things you can do that actually help you, and rather than harm you and keep you stuck in this mental loop that is not serving you any longer. So I want to, with that being said, I want to dive into the inner child oracle, and then we'll probably get into the fairy oracle. So this is going to be a message from your inner child and your higher self to kind of just, oops, hold on, we dropped 2 cards, so I'm feeling like those are probably the 2 that they want. Okay, wow, I really like these 2 cards that came through. So we have number 42 with celebrate, and then we have number 20 with silent night. So this is an energy of confirming, like, first of all, confirming that you're moving towards your goal, and that it is okay to do the things with the silent night card, do the things that are good for you. Also, a side note for some of you, I feel like your spirit guides are wanting me to say this specifically. If you are tired, if you are exhausted, there's nothing wrong with you. So long as you've gone to a doctor and had things checked out, there's nothing wrong with you. It's that the energies that are being penetrated onto the earth, and then also us, because we are on earth, from the sun, are very intense, and it's just a lot of energy integration, releasing, and allowance of these new energies to come in for you. So if you need sleep, but you're like, but I need to do this and I need to do that and whatever, allow yourself to sleep, because if you can if you can rest more and you can sleep more, it's going to, when you are awake and you are moving towards your goal and you're taking action on things, you're going to be more aligned, because you're not overly tired, you're not exhausted, and you're not moving, taking action, being from a place of forcing things and trying to make something happen. You're more in an energy of rest and recuperation and fulfillment and restoration within the soul-minded body. So it's very important, just a random side note, to allow yourself to sleep and rest when you can, because you're going to come back to your projects, to your manifestation, to your intentions. You're going to come back to those with a lot more life force and a lot more genuine divine passion, rather than trying to force things from like a human ego perspective. And now with number 42, They want you to be in this energy of celebrating that this has already come in for you, because energetically it's already here. There's just a few loose ends to be wrapped up in cutting of the cords, cutting of the strings of the way that you are either keeping yourself held back, keeping yourself bound, keeping yourself hidden in any way. So whatever way that applies, this is just the they want you to get out of the mindset that it isn't here and move into the mindset that it already is here. So they're encouraging you to do something. Go out to dinner, go see a movie, go treat yourself to something special, purchasing something special, like whatever you want to do that feels natural and right, to celebrate that this is already here. Because the more that you put energy toward it being here, the lighter your energy is, the more clarity you have and the more clear your mind is toward what you want rather than focusing on what you don't want. And so you send out this energetic vibration that you have this. It's already here. You're already in the energy of experiencing it, and it comes in for you more naturally rather than being hung up mentally on it not being here or things just not being how you want. So let's get like 1 or 2 cards from the Fairy Oracle, and then we'll do one more from the deck I created and see what wants to come through. Okay, we had some cards fall again. So, okay, we had quite a few cards fall, so I'm actually going to shuffle again, because when that happens, I just feel like that's just too many cards from this deck than I was looking for. Okay. Okay, so just this one. Actually, I am drawn to this one as well. So first we have wisdom. Have you ever been told that you are wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. Okay, so like I said from the beginning, there's an energy of enlightenment and wisdom here. So you are very wise and getting a lot of you are old souls. So if you are connected to your spirit guides, your angels, the fae, elementals, whatever beings of light that you are connected with, or if not, this is an encouragement for you to connect in with those light beings that are kind of walking with you and guiding you on your path. Call upon their help to kind of help you out of this binding energy. I'm getting that you can do a lot of crystal healing in whatever way feels natural for you. You can place crystals on your chakras and meditate. You can just carry crystals with you. You can wear them in jewelry, in necklaces. But call upon these beings of light to kind of guide you toward techniques and tools that are going to help you release this last like string and tie and cord that is kind of keeping you bound. So not only for their help in an energetic and spiritual way, I suppose you could say, but also guiding you toward the inspiration of ways that you can let this go. So what's coming to mind is like they might inspire you to want to like run, and that's really good, because when you run, when you exercise, you are lightening your energy. You're allowing for the release of a lot of dense energy that if you're not moving your body, you're not moving energy within your body, so it stays stuck. So if you feel stuck in any way or bound or mentally trapped or anything like that, move your body, or whatever way, express your creativity, create a song, create a piece of work that expresses how you feel, do something productive and healthy that is going to help you release this energy. So they're going to be, if you call upon them and let them know that you have, with your free will, you are allowing them to inspire you toward things that will help you, as well as thanking them for their help in this process of releasing and healing. You will be able to, it will help you lighten your energy, and the process will be a little bit easier for you. So then we also have come together. Fairies like to be busy, and a group of them is showing you that many hands make light work. Working as a team helps to get the job done. So this goes hand in hand with the wisdom card. This is about if you are not in communion and connection with your spirit guides or whatever beings of light we were just talking about that are walking with you, this is a double confirmation for you. And also I'm getting an activation for you to connect with them more. So speak with them more. give them offerings, give them gifts, ask for their help, connect, do your spiritual practices, whether you do spell work, whether you pull cards, whether you do crystal energy healing, like whatever way that you connect with your spirituality. Or for some of you, even if religion falls into this category for you, if you have any like prayer, if you have any kind of um what is the word, any kind of like, not like sacrifices, but like I guess you could just say offerings that you do, if there are any ceremonies that you participate in, if you are more on the religious side, to connect more in whatever way that you can with, really, this is all just leading to the connection of God, source, creator, energy, whatever higher power you believe in. So there is an emphasis on you kind of deepening your practices when it comes to the spiritual aspect of you, and kind of like the beyond this world, the ethereal realm, connecting in more with those beings of light. So the last deck I want to pull from is the deck I created, and I'm gonna allow this to just be free for the divine, your spirit guides, to bring forth any last messages. So I'm not gonna set an intention with this deck. I'm just gonna let it come through however whatever last messages they want to bring forth. Okay, I'm getting no on that one. So they're telling me that they want me to acknowledge that this has been a very long time coming for a lot of you. This may be something you have been wanting, or multiple things. You have been wanting for a very long time. This could be years for some of you. This could, for some of you, months, but I'm getting for a lot of you, this is like a year to like multiple years. Okay, so we've got the caterpillar with youth, we've got the praying mantis with intuition activation, and I feel one more card wants to come through with chimpanzee ancestry. Okay, so there's with that card there is a little bit of a deeper thing going on here. So your ancestors, you are doing what your ancestors that are either alive now or have passed on were not quite able to do. So if this is like a relationship that you're going after, if this is a project or a career or an opportunity, you're doing the inner work to bring this into your experience, and this is something that your ancestors before you were not able to do. So I'm hearing stuck in their ways. So a lot of them may have been stuck in their ways. They may not have known how to heal. They may not have known how to grow and develop their intuition and follow their heart and their soul, the call of their soul. So they're kind of living vicariously through you, in the sense that you are a part of their bloodline, you are a part of their family, and that they can kind of connect with your energy and live this beautiful experience through you. And so with the caterpillar and the youth energy, I'm getting that you have a very youthful, a very childlike in a positive way, aura, energy itself, kind of personality. And it's not to say that you're immature in any sense at all. It's just that you have a very vibrant and beautiful and lively energy. And whether you feel like, maybe you feel like I don't resonate with that, you have this energy within you. It's just that you haven't been able to experience it because of the conditions of the world and how things are and how heavy and dense it is being on earth. But they're wanting you to kind of accept and activate this aspect of who you are, this youthful energy, this flow, this fire, this passion, this innocence, this kind of fun-loving, carefree, free-spirited energy. They want you to embody this more. And as you do that, you'll definitely kind of come into this Knight of Wands energy of being in flow with the universe, aligned with your higher self, and following your passion that is guided by your higher self. And so, with the last card we have is the praying mantis. And so, when the praying mantis comes through, this is all about, I don't know if you've ever had a visit from a praying mantis, but when you do, um, it's usually in a very intense energy. So, the praying mantis is wanting to kind of like, the physical self is wanting to come through energetically through this card and serve as an activation. So if you've had an encounter with a praying mantis, they kind of they see through you. They see through to your soul. And there's something about the one-on-one connection when you're standing there and the praying mantis is there with you and it's looking at you, that it like, its energy kind of penetrates into your aura and activates parts of you that are dormant or that are blocked or stuck or stagnant, so that the energy can move and you can kind of embody more of who you truly are, who your soul really is, rather than the triggers and traumas from the ego that is developed just being a human on earth. So this is serving as, I'm feeling the energy of literally a praying mantis like being right here, like as if there was really one here. So this is going to serve as an activation for you to be able to clear, to purge, to cut the ties, to cut the cords, and to keep your mind in a state of clarity and peace moving forward as you kind of move up the mountain towards your goal, towards your dream, your intention, your manifestation. So remember, I want to leave you off with the celebrate card. Remember, if anything you remember from this reading, remember that you are being guided to be in the energy of celebration, but you are energetically in that frequency of celebration. So if things don't come in for you quicker, or they still feel stuck or stagnant, just take a look at your mental state and what's going on in your emotional state and what you are feeding that is of a heavier energy, and kind of move toward that lighter energy mentally and or physically. If you are ever feeling like this is taking forever, or why isn't this working, or like why are there so many blocks, or why are there so many issues that have arose, just don't focus on those things. Focus on the energy of celebration. How will you feel? What will you do? What will you experience when it is here and you are in the energy of seeing it in your reality? That is the state that they want you in, your spirit guides want you in, rather than thinking about how it isn't here, how you're still climbing the mountain, how hard it's been, how hard it is, when will this ever happen. They want you out of that and in this energy of celebrating, because you have done the inner work. You've climbed the mountain. You've gone through the trials and tribulations to bring this forth. So now it's all about just cutting those last ties to be able to have that energy opened up for this to come in for you. So this is what I have for you. I want to thank you very much for being here, not only just, at this reading, but thank you for being here on Earth, and thank you for sharing your beautiful energy with the collective, with me, through being able to channel this reading for you. I'm wishing you the absolute best, and until next time, you will see me in the next one. I am Carissa, and this is Cosmic Connections. Goodbye.